Good morning,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
Good morning, good morning. Who will tell me what did we discuss in the last session? Soji?
Importance of strategic management.
Hmm?
Hello, sir.
Huh?
Before that, we will discuss yesterday strategy implementation by sub 6 strategy. Then, further, we were discussing importance of strategic management, also their benefits, and then stakeholder business. Also, we will discuss yesterday.
Very right.
Thank you.
So, yes. So, yesterday we were discussing about the different stakeholders in the business. So, we saw that these stakeholders are the individuals or groups of people who can affect and are directly affected by the strategic outcomes achieved, and those who have enforceable claims on company's performance. So all those who are directly, indirectly associated with the company's performance, and those who get affected by company's performance, all them we can call as stakeholders. We saw that there are different types of stakeholders, like capital market stakeholders. We have product market stakeholders, organizational stakeholders, and secondary stakeholders. So these four stakeholders who comes under these categories that we'll see in capital market stakeholders. We'll see that there are stock market investors, debt suppliers, banks are there. In product market stakeholders there are customers, retailers, suppliers. Related to organizational stakeholders we have owners, employees, managers, staff members. And the secondary stakeholders may be the community, society, the competitors, as well as government. So all those who are directly, indirectly associated with the organization and who get affected by the performance of an organization are all these stakeholders. Now, going ahead, we'll have to see what are their expectations of all these stakeholders in a business. We were discussing strategic management and how by implementation of strategic management we are able to fulfill the expectations of stakeholders that we are looking after. And what are all the expectations of stakeholders that we will see in details. If you see the capital market stakeholders, those who are shareholders of the company or the money lenders, their primary expectations from the business is wealth enhancement, then wealth preservation. These are the expectations of capital market stakeholders. If you see product market stakeholders, in product market stakeholders we have customers, suppliers, these are the members. And their expectations is that customers expectation is reliable products at low price. So customers always want good quality products at a reasonable price. And then suppliers, they want to receive highest sustainable price. At organizational level, organizational stakeholders, maybe your employees or the different unions. Employees expectations may be a secured, dynamic, rewarding career. They want a good working environment, a secured job, a dynamic as well as rewarding career. Related to unions, you'll see the union expectation is to have ideal working conditions as well as job security for the members of that union. While your secondary stakeholders like community or environment groups and government, what expectations they have is community or society or the different environmental groups, they may be expecting that the environment should not be harmed. there should be minimum loss to the environment. Government, their expectation may be honest tax payment on regular basis, safety of public, proper utilization of resources. All that is the expectations of government. Going further, the stakeholders in business, different type of stakeholders have different expectations or demands from the company. Mainly, if you see all these expectations of these different categories of stakeholders, mainly wealth maximization and to get better return on investment or value for their money or investment. That is the main expectations they have. If company provides return on investment by making short-term decisions, the company can negatively affect the stakeholders. So wherever company is implementing any short-term strategies or short-term decisions for wealth maximization or providing better return on investment, definitely there will be negative impact on the stakeholders. If company is making above average profitability, then the company can satisfy its stakeholders. So only if the company is able to earn above average profitability, then the company can satisfy its stakeholders. The above average profitability, you all are understanding. In economics we have seen the normal profits, average profits, above average profitability. So all that, if company if is able to earn the above average profitability, then the company can satisfy its stakeholders. For that, for example, reducing investment in research and development and giving dividends to investors as short-term objectives. So these short-term objectives, as we discussed, short-term objectives to earn profits or providing return on investment to stakeholders, most of the times they are negatively affecting the stakeholders. This example is where you can see reducing the investment in the research and development, that can negatively affect the stakeholders in long run, and giving dividends to investors as short-term objectives. So reducing investment on R&D, research and development, giving the dividends to the investors, that may be harmful to the stakeholders in the long run. Therefore, we have to understand one thing is that the stakeholders, they have to be given the priority. The main objectives to be kept in mind, the wealth maximization, better ROI. However, that should not be at the cost of the loss to the company or to have any short term type of objectives just to provide the return on investment. So having short term objectives or for particular time period, if you provide some benefits to the stakeholders, that may or may not be helpful to the organization as well as all the stakeholders which are associated with the organization. Are you getting this? Any query till now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So going further, we have to see the strategic intent. You may feel that this intent we have discussed earlier. However, there are some few aspects which may be in detail, and we are now going in depth of all these concepts slowly. So this strategic intent, if you see, strategic intent is the basic thing from where all the strategic management will start. That is the first thing. Strategic intent means the purpose or the intention. The strategic intent will be composed of the vision, mission, objectives. So here the strategic intent is the leveraging of a firm's internal resources. Leveraging means taking advantage of firm's internal resources, capabilities, and core competencies to accomplish the firm's vision, mission, and objectives in a competitive environment. So it is taking advantage of whatever internal resources, capabilities, core competencies which we have to accomplish whatever vision, mission, and objectives we set in a particular competitive environment. So this strategic intent, what we are saying is reason behind formulation of strategy. That is the purpose behind formulation of strategy. So this strategic intent, that is vision, mission, objectives, will definitely be an good input for your formulation of strategy. It is all about winning competitive battles and gaining leadership position by putting organizational resources to the best use. So this strategic intent, you will see, strategic intent itself will define the direction of the organization, where the top management wants to direct the organization, as well as it will also be it will also state about how to win that competitive battles. There may be different competitors in the market, and how do we stand above all this competition, or how we can establish the competitive advantage in this market and gain leadership position by putting organizational resources to the best use. An organization may have good resources, but until and unless we put all those resources into the best use, it may not be useful. Therefore, it requires a careful understanding of whatever resources we have, understanding of what we want to achieve, how we want to achieve, what all resources will be required for achieving different milestones and different activities and tasks involved in that implementation of strategy. Everything need to be jotted down. Going ahead, when established effectively, strategic intent can cause people turn out excellent performance. So if this strategic intent is if it is established effectively, then strategic intent can cause people to turn out excellent performance. So this intent, vision, mission, objectives, that should be established such that it should motivate people, it should create a positive energy in employees working there in that organization, and that should result into an excellent performance. So the strategic intent tries to establish parameters that shapes the values, motives, actions of people throughout their organization. So the strategic intent will define all those values the organization which is following, all the motives of the people, actions of the people, that all should get reflected through mission, vision, and then objectives. This hierarchy of strategic intent, as we see in this diagram: vision, then mission, and then goals and objectives. The vision will come first. The broad vision of any query is there? Someone wants to say something?
No, sir. No.
Okay. So vision, a broad vision of what the organization should be. So vision is all about what the organization should be, the direction towards which we want to direct our organization. Then secondly, the organization's mission, and then comes is your strategic objectives, and then specific goals to be pursued relentlessly. Relentlessly means without any stop or without any what we say, continuously taking continuous efforts. So that is strategic objectives and specific goals which can be pursued relentlessly. People should get passionate about achievement of all those goals. They should feel the objectives to be achieved relentlessly, that is without any stop. They should be motivated and passionately they should move ahead towards achievement of those objectives. Then the plans that may be developed to accomplish the intentions of management in the concrete way. So from all this hierarchy of strategic intent, what then comes is actual plans to be implemented or to be developed for further implementation. So we'll see all these concepts like vision, mission, then your goals, that in details. First is your vision. So vision, as we have already discussed, so this vision will be the decided or it will be established by top management. Top management should decide the directional path on which the company can walk to know what challenges in the company's product, customer focus, and market technology. So the top management will decide about the direction or path. So it also first of all understand what are the changes in company's products, customers, focus, markets, technologies, how it can improve its current market position and future prospects. So how what changes in these aspects like product, customer, focus, markets or technology, if we make some changes in this, how would it improve the current market position and future prospects? The strategic vision provides a particular direction to the organization. So by having a particular direction, company or the top management need to decide what changes to be made in all these aspects so that we can improve our market position and further future prospects or further future opportunities. Going ahead, this vision, clearly articulated strategic vision that communicates management's aspirations to stakeholders and helps steer the energies of company personnel in common directions. So if a strategic vision is being clearly articulated, clearly established, that should communicate the management's aspirations towards all those stakeholders which are associated with the organization, and it will help steer or direct all the energies of the company people in common direction. So good vision or good strategic vision statement is a clearly articulated, clearly formulated statement that should reflect management's aspiration towards the stakeholders, as well as it should give some proper direction to all the energies of company people in a common direction. So if we say Ford's corporate vision, their vision is to become a world's most trusted company designing smart vehicles for smart world. So this is one of the example wherein we see Ford's corporate vision. Their vision is to become world's most trusted company and designing smart vehicles for smart world. So here in this statement also you will able to see the vision of Ford's company, wherein it is communicating the management's aspirations towards the stakeholders, as well as direction for all the people for common goal or something to be achieved in common by directing all the energies of people towards some common direction or some common goal. Examples of this vision statements which we can see: Microsoft software, their vision may be there will be a personal computer on every desk running. Amazon Kindle, their vision is, our vision is every book ever printed in any language, all available in 60 seconds. General Motors vision is to be the world's leader in transportation product and related services. We will earn our customers' enthusiasm through continuous improvement driven by the integrity, teamwork, and innovation of General Motors people. To be the number one athletic company in the world, that is the vision statement of Nike. So if you see all this vision statement, you'll be able to see the top management's aspirations as well as common direction wherein they want to direct the entire organization or the people working there in that organization. The then comes is your mission. So mission, as we said, it is a statement typically focused on its present business scope, who we are and what we do. So mission is the purpose of a particular organization or that strategic management. So it is a statement which will be focused on who we are and what we do. So the mission statement will reflect the who we are or that particular organization and what we do, what is our business. Mission is nothing but the purpose or reason behind existence of the business. So mission is the purpose or reason behind existence of that particular business. This will describe broadly an organization's present capabilities, customer focused activities, and business makeup undertaken. So what we are, what we do, what is our purpose, all that will be reflected through your mission statement. Going further, this mission is a statement which defines the role that an organization plays in society. So who we are, what we do, as well as what is our role in society, all that will be reflected through the mission. We take few examples of mission statements. The Cadbury India, if you see, their mission is to attain leadership position in confectionery market and achieve a strong presence in the food and drink sector. So that it is clear who we are, what we do, what is our role in the society. All that is reflected through this mission statement. To take another example of Google, to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. So that is mission statement of Google. Walmart, if you see the vision statement, their statement is to give ordinary folk the chance to buy the same thing as rich people do. So what we are, what we do, what is our role in society, all that is getting reflected in mission statement. Then another mission statement of University of Cambridge, what they say is to contribute the society through pursuit of education, learning and research at the highest international levels of excellence. So all these are examples of mission statements which you can observe. They have this component of what we do, what we are, what we do, as well as what is our role in our society. Clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So then components, if you see the components of mission statement, there may be different components. If you see the various mission statements, you have different components. Maybe one of the components is customers. So through mission statement, one component may be reflected, that is who are our customers. Then the different products or services. What are the firm's major products or services. That also gets reflected through the mission statement. Another component may be market. Geographically, where does the firm competes? Then related to technology, what technology firm is using. Regarding concern for growth or survival, that component is maybe present, which says about is the firm committed to growth and financial soundness. That also gets reflected through the mission statement. So those stakeholders, they get confident, interested in the organization for investment. Then self concept is there. What is the firm's major competitive advantage? That also gets reflected through the mission statement. Concern for public image. Is the firm responsive to environment or society, etc.? That gets reflected. And then concern for the employees. We value our customers. So all these are the different components of a good mission statement. Then about mission, organization should have mission. Why they should have a mission? There are some reasons or why there is a need for a good mission statement. First of all is to ensure unanimity of purpose within the organization. Unanimity means uniqueness or unity, commonality of purpose within the organization. Wherever in an organization there are many employees who are working in, if they have multiple objective, multiple purpose, if every employee has different purpose, then we may not be able to achieve the common goals of an organization. And therefore there should be some unanimity or unity of purpose within an organization, and mission solves the purpose of bringing in that particular unanimity of purpose in the organization. Mission will provide the basis for motivating the use of the organization's resources. How shall we make the resources for best use, which can increase the productivity and efficiency of our organization? These mission statements will motivate people to put all the resources, may it be human resource, all other resources, put for the best use so as to achieve these common goals. Then to develop a basis or standard for allocating organizational resources. So this mission statement obviously will form a basis or a standard for decision making related to how do we allocate organizational resources for different activities or tasks there in strategic management. Then to facilitate translation of objectives and goals into work structure involving the assignment of tasks to responsible elements within the organization. So mission statement will translate all those objectives and goals into work structure that will involve assignment of tasks to different elements within the organization. There may be different elements, may be the human being, machineries, different parts, functions of an organization. How do that assignment of different tasks and resources may be made? That also mission statement can give you a sound basis or a background for taking a good decision. So here we will also be discussing for a good mission statement, what are the good qualities of these mission statements. First of all, it should be feasible. Feasible means it should be practicable, or it should be possible practically. So it should be realistic and achievable on the basis of available resources. Whatever resources which we have, we should have a mission that should be feasible, possible. It should not be too high that it is frustrating for the employees. It should not be too low that the resources will not be utilized. So it should be according to whatever resources which we have and what we can really achieve in practical. It should be precise. That should be precise, means specific. It should not be too large or too short. It should be specific. It should not be vague. There should not be any ambiguity. It should not be too large or too short. It should be achievable. It should be flexible enough so that it can be achieved in a particular time frame. Then it should be clear. It should be clear means it should be understandable by all the employees. There should not be any ambiguity in the statement. It should be clear enough to lead and understand. And it should be motivating. It should motivate the employees for working towards that particular mission so as to achieve all those organizational objectives. It should be distinctive. So it should create a distinctiveness of the organization over its competitors. How we are distinctive or different than our competitors, and how we want to become something different or unique than other competitors, that it should communicate, which can motivate all the employees to work towards that common purpose. Then it should indicate major components of strategy, a growth or combination of strategy adopted by the company. So this good mission statement should indicate major components of strategies which we will formulate. All those strategies should get reflected in your mission statements. So it should indicate how objectives are to be accomplished. Also, it should indicate how these objectives which we have formulated can be accomplished, achieved, and provide clues regarding the manner in which the objectives are to be accomplished. So what are these objectives which we have formed for common purpose? Also, how these objectives can be accomplished. So this good mission statement should indicate proper direction, wherein employees should understand, they should get motivated, and they should become passionate for achievement of all those objectives as well as set goals of the organization so as to achieve the common goals. Getting a clarity till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So under strategic intent, when we discussed about the vision, mission, what comes then is your objectives and goals. Organization translates their vision and mission into objectives. So all these objectives and goals will be based on the vision and mission. Objectives and goals are synonymous to each other. So you may feel that objectives and goals are similar, but there may be a little difference. What that difference is, the goals are general guidelines that explain what you want to achieve in your community. So goals will give a broad guideline where you want to go or what you want to achieve. However, objectives will define strategies and implementation steps to attain the identified goals. Objectives will be specific. It will be having specific time frames, specific quantification, and properly framed strategies based on that for implementation, so as to achieve all those identified goals. So then if you see the example, herein you can see a typical example which we have taken for the one of the agriculture business development company. This is an example of VMOSI. VMOSI means vision, mission, goal, objective, strategy, and action plan. So how this hierarchy of intent gets percolated in your action plans, that here you can see through this example of agricultural business development company. Here you first of all we see the vision of this agricultural company. Vision is to be a vibrant rural economy driven by value added agriculture. Vision is to become a company wherein it can add value, a vibrant rural economy driven. So this company is stating its what you can say, the purpose or direction. It is rural economy driven by value added agriculture. So value added. So what their vision is to be a rural economy driven company, vibrant rural economy driven company by adding value to the agriculture. Now see the mission. The mission is to create and facilitate the development of value-added agricultural business. So for agricultural business, we have to think of how do we add value for the development of this agricultural business, and to create and facilitate that particular value-added agricultural business is the mission of this company. And then goal is then to recruit the local farmers interested or experienced in business development. So for achievement of this vision mission, what this company has formulated a goal which is a broad direction, that is recruitment of local farmers interested or experienced in business development. So first of all, what is needed is identifying local farmers. But not only local farmers, that should be interested in development of business, agricultural business. So first of all, to identifying these interested people, and not only interested, they should be experienced in business development. So identifying and recruiting the local farmers who are interested and experienced in business development, that is the goal. Objective is which is based on your goal is create a membership of 20 farmers by February 1. So that is their objective, which as we discussed, it is specific in terms of quantification as well as having a time frame. So objectives based on this goal is to create a membership of 20 farmers. This quantification is specified by February 1. So time frame is also given. And then the strategy based on all this we have formulated is use of local farmer leaders with business development skills to develop the businesses. So to develop a value added agricultural business, this company has planned to recruit few experienced and interested farmers who will further become leaders, farmer leaders, who can then further motivate other farmers, as well as they will lead to development of agricultural business. And the action plan therein is form a membership committee to recruit local farmer leaders, identify 40 farm leaders in the area, list the qualifications, contact them individually with the expectations that half of them will join. So here they have formulated this action plan. What actions to be taken immediately is to formulate a membership committee that will committee of 2-3 people, 2-3 employees who will form a committee who will recruit the local farmer leaders. They will identify the interested and experienced people in that particular area. At least they will shortlist 40 people. They will list their qualifications, experience, and everything. They will conduct the interviews, and then at least half of them they will try to join. So this is one of the example of VMOSA, vision, mission, objectives, strategy, and then action plan based on all this vision, mission, and goal. How this agriculture business development company has here through this example we can see how that has percolated from top to the bottom, how that vision, mission, goal, objectives are then broken into short objectives which can be then achieved for further achievement of the long-term goals. Have you understood this example? Any query in this example?
No,
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to another part, that is business definition. So under strategic intent, another part which we want to understand is the business definition. How do we define our business? So business definition here is a clear statement of the business the firm is engaged in or is planning to enter. It answers the question, what is our business, in a precise way. So our business definition should specify what business we are into or what business we want to enter into. So that should precisely, briefly, specifically, that should specify or that should project the activity of the business. We may take the example of Helen and Curtis, one of the cosmetic company. Their business definition is, we are in the beauty enriching business. So what Helen and Curtis do is they enhance the beauty through the cosmetics, the use of cosmetics. So their business definition is, we are in the beauty enriching business. The business definition of Intel, that is, we are in the business of computer technology. Then Telco, their business definition is, we are in the transportation business. So all these business definitions you will see in common, they specify what the business they are into specifically and precisely. So till now what we discussed, importantly the different stakeholders. Before that we discussed evaluation framework which was given by Johnson, Schools, Whittington. The important framework or model for evaluation of a particular strategy, which have the components of suitability, feasibility, and acceptability, that we discussed. Then the different stakeholder in the business we discussed, different stakeholders like capital market stakeholders, product market stakeholders, organizational stakeholders, and different secondary stakeholders. We also discussed what are the different expectations of all these stakeholders in a business. Then important concept of strategic intent from where the strategic management starts. So it will have a hierarchy of strategic intent like vision, mission, goals, and objectives. We also have discussed the example of wherein how that vision, mission is being percolated down towards the objectives, then strategy and action plan. We discussed about one of the example of agricultural business development company, and then business definition we discussed. Is it clear till now? Any query?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Going ahead, this D.F. Abel suggested business along 3 dimensions. So this scientist D.F. Abel, he says that there has to be 3 dimensions of business. We have customer groups, customer needs, and alternative technologies. First of all, to understand what is customer groups, that is who is being satisfied, customers. Who is our customer? Whom do we want to satisfy? That need to be understood first when we are talking about business. So business can be understood along the 3 important dimensions. First is importantly customer. So what customer we want to serve, who is to be satisfied, the customer needs is the second, what need is being satisfied, that is the products. So first of all the customer, then comes your product which satisfy the customer needs, and third important thing or dimension is alternative technologies, how the need is being satisfied, what are the different ways or technology we will be using for satisfying that need. So this Abel says that 3 important things to be understood while we are running any business. The important 3 dimensions is customer groups, that is who is customer, then understanding the customer needs, that is what are the different products which can satisfy their needs, and different alternative technologies, how that need can be satisfied. So business definition orientations, we have different orientations for the business definitions. We have product definition or product orientation, or we have market orientation or market definition. So any business wherein we understand our business, we formulate or we can state our business in terms of product orientation or market orientation, that we need to discuss. Here we take the example of railways, for example. The product definition is related to the product which they are into, that is we run railways. And then market orientation is we are people and goods mover. So when we define our business in terms of the product we are into or the market we are serving, there can be 2 different types of business definitions. So herein we see the examples. Another example may be film producing company. Their product definition or the business definition which is based on product, what they are into is we make movies, and their market definition maybe we market the entertainment. So we are into entertainment business. Then copying machine company, the photocopy machine company or any copying machine company, we make copying equipments. We make copying equipments, that is our product definition. And market definition may be we help improve office productivity. So their business definition says we are into making equipments, copying equipments, and our market definition is to serve the market or the customer groups by improving the office productivity. So our machines, what they do is they improve office productivity. Then for a oil company, the product definition may be we sell gasoline, and for market definition it may be we supply energy. So the business definition can take different forms. The business definition, as we discussed, that will clearly state about what the business they are into or they are planning to enter. So this business definition, they can take two forms, that is based on the type of product they are into or the market they are serving. So there can be two types of this business definition orientation. One may be your product orientation or another may be the market orientation. Getting it? Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any query on whatever we have discussed? Or anything you want to add? So have you understood all this, whatever we have discussed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if there are no further queries, what we'll do is we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next session. Okay.